Hello, everyone. Today we are discussing whether smartphones should be allowed in school. In my opinion, smartphones can be very useful learning tools. Students can quickly look up information, use educational apps, or take photos of notes and assignments. Especially in subjects like languages or science, smartphones can provide access to many helpful resources.
I agree with you because smartphones are already an important part of everyday life. Schools should not ignore technology, but teach students how to use it responsibly. For example, students can use dictionary apps in language classes or research information during group work. From my point of view, this can make lessons more interactive and engaging.
I see what you mean, but I'm not sure I completely agree. Smartphones can also be a major distraction in the classroom. Many students are tempted to check social media, send messages, or watch videos during lessons. In fact, France banned smartphones in all schools in 2018, and teachers there reported significantly fewer disruptions as a result.
That's a good point. However, I think the problem is not the smartphone itself, but how it is used. If teachers set clear rules, smartphones could be used only for educational purposes, for example during research tasks, but not during explanations or tests. Banning them completely means ignoring a tool that students will need in their future careers.
I see your point, but I would still be careful. Even with rules, it can be very difficult for teachers to monitor how students actually use their phones. In addition, not every student has the same device or the same access to apps and internet, which could create real inequality in the classroom. That is a problem that clear rules alone cannot solve.
That's a very good point about inequality. I hadn't thought about that before. On the other hand, I don't think a complete ban is realistic in the long term either. Technology will play an important role in almost every profession, and schools have a responsibility to prepare students for that. The real question is how, not whether, to integrate smartphones into education.
I strongly believe that a balanced approach is the answer. Smartphones could be allowed in certain situations, such as project work or language practice, but kept away during direct instruction or exams. This way, students learn both how to use technology effectively and how to focus without it.
I agree with that. With the right structure, smartphones do not have to be a distraction. Schools that have introduced clear phone policies have often seen positive results.
That's an interesting conclusion. Personally, I think the key is consistency. Rules only work if every teacher applies them in the same way. But what do you think? Should schools make their own rules? Or do we need a national policy to make sure all students are treated equally?